What is up, you guys? It's the Shadow Spirit 2 here, and today I wanted to make a discussion video called What If Sonic X had a Season 4? Now, before I get started, I wanted to talk about my hiatus. I apologize for my hiatus. Just, dealing with life and things like that, and whatever free time I get, I'm just trying to put towards making videos and things like that. In this free time I got, I wanted to talk also about just that I originally had this video uploaded some months ago, but unfortunately and surprisingly it got taken down by TMS. So as a way to really kind of slap back at them, I initially re-uploaded the video, but I had made some slight edits to it, and upon the editing process, I decided after I uploaded it, I decided to kind of take it back down because I felt like I can do better with it. So this is just my more revised, redux version of what I originally said. So without further ado, let's get into it. Sonic X was rebroadcasted in Japan and made its way to Netflix as a way to commemorate for the Sonic movie. It is important to take note of some things because the rebroadcast of Season 3, which never aired in Japan, is included in this rebroadcast, which is a plus side because not a lot of people knew of Season 3 at the time. So, now let's get more into the ending of Season 3 of Sonic X to approach Season 4. We see Sonic and his friends use the Sonic Power Cannon to destroy Dark Oak, all the while Cosmo is sacrificing herself in the process. Shadow is shown using Chaos Control to stop time to save everyone from the Planet Egg's power from exploding and disappears as a result. Cosmo Seed is found by Sonic, then given to Tails, and the Planet Eggs go back to their homeworlds. Later we see a scene with Chris and Knuckles talking about where Chris's home is going to be at. Another scene we see is Rouge and Dr. Eggman talking about the whereabouts of Shadow with the implications of him being alive somewhere. Later we see where Bo-Kun tells Chris that there's a letter from Eggman discussing him as far as going back home. And the next scene we see is Sonic talking to Dark Oak for one final time. Now, as a side note, this is exclusively in the Japanese version. We didn't necessarily get that in the 4Kids version. They wrote it on it being Cosmo and that she's just confirming to Sonic that she's at peace with her people and everything is nice, and to let Tails know never to worry. This is just one of the many edits that 4Kids did. We see them talk about their different ideologies, and Sonic tells Dark Oak just to rest easy pretty much. Later we see the scene with Eggman and Chris, and he introduces him to the machine, and he explains to Chris that the machine has 3 minutes left because due to the time-space magnetics between Earth and Mobius, this made Chris's travel only possible through a stroke of luck. So in the regards of him going back, it's not for sure that he will be the same age as he is when he gets there, which Bo-Kun and Deco and Boko point out, saying he could either be a baby, he could be a kid still, or he could be 18. So even though there is a comedic effect where they did tell him that, it's possible Eggman could be lying to you, and Chris did make a note of saying that he will come back and that he doesn't care about the consequences. So Eggman told him that if he is trying to find his way back, it'll be his problem that he has to deal with if that's the case. The next scene we get is Sonic and Chris's departure, and we see Sonic and his friends rally up going after Eggman. But in the end credit scene we see is that Shadow is standing next to Molly's grave, and we see the last shot of Cosmo's plant, and we see Chris flying off into space. This is a pretty ambiguous ending to the ending we got in the 4Kids version. Now, as a little side note, let's discuss why a lot of people wanted a Season 4. In the 4Kids version, we never got to see what happened to Shadow, Cosmo Seed, and the biggest mystery is not knowing if Chris made it back home is why many people wanted a Season 4. So let's address the cliffhangers. So, going back to the scene with Eggman and Chris, it's highly possible that Eggman lied to Chris, given that he had his back turned and he laughed at the end in the credits. But for the sake of argument, let's just say that Eggman was telling the truth and that Chris makes it back home the same age that he left. So he is 18 when he gets back, and he grows on his way being there due to the time-space connectivity that Earth and Mobius have. So he makes it back home. You know, he's greeted by his family and things like that, and you know, he's just glad he got to spend time with Sonic again. That's where I can see this going if we're closing off cliffhangers. And another thing is that since the Master Emerald is broken, there's really no telling when it would reform, since time flows different. So it could be years before Chris can do it again. Now, Shadow on Molly's planet, I feel like he would be on there for a while, reflecting on all of the people who helped him out, as far as, you know, Molly, Chris, and Maria, for him to change for the greater good and to be a hero. This is just one of the things that he reflects on. And a little call to Shadow the Hedgehog, where he is just standing there and he's thinking. Cosmo Seed could be her being reborn in a way due to the Chaos Regeneration, as she fully matured to stop Dark Oak. With her being reborn, I look at it more so of her having like a second chance at life and for her to like live in peace. I would also say in this little tidbit, as she's like reborn, she gets these flashes or these dreams that she has, just little glimpses of her, like her last moments. It's like as she grows, she has like certain like events she tries to remember, even though she's living peacefully with Tails and Sonic in them. But on another little side note is that in this, I would want the character Void from Sonic Shuffle, to be a part of the dreams that she has. This is just in a sense a call to Sonic Shuffle, and considering that both of these characters have similar designs, this could be interesting. In the original video that I made, I did mention that Sonic Heroes would be the next Sonic game for them to adapt, but there was a particular Sonic game I forgot to mention, and that was Sonic Advance 3. How it plays in part in the timeline can be explained fairly easy. In the last shot we see with Eggman and Rouge, where Eggman is moving from different bases, he's shown with, you know, carrying items in his hand. So it's possible that in the information that Eggman has, he has the data information of Emerald, and with that, he can use that information to make Gemerald. Now, that can close off the events of Sonic Advance 3 right there. Now, as far as Metal Sonic goes, I would say he has to be introduced after the initial fight with Gemerald. As far as how, I would say that after the initial fight with Gemerald, Sonic's data was copied, and from that, Eggman used that material to make Metal Sonic, and this is where it can lead into his creation and introduction. So after this initial counter with Metal Sonic, sometime after that, is that when he is defeated, he swears revenge, into which leads him to being Neo Metal Sonic, and this right here starts off the events of Sonic Heroes. Now, as far as the return of Shadow goes, it starts off with him being drained from returning from Molly's planet, and he is found by Eggman. And during the time that Shadow is recovering, Eggman makes E123 Omega, and this could be the end of part 1, because I really want to dive more into this, because I want to see the other Sonic games adapted, and this is just how I can see them being adapted. But yes, this is the Shadow Spear 2, and this is something I wanted to do for a while, and it's been hectic trying to remake this video, but finally I'm able to do it. And if you want to let me know what y'all think about this will be nice. But yes, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, do what you want to do, and have a nice day.
Be sure to subscribe to the Shadow Spear 2 for more.